Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Treehouse Off-Road. My name's Finn, thanks for watching. In the next few videos, I'm gonna be going over everything I've done to get my alignment dialed on my 06 Sequoia. I recently did a major overhaul on my front end, and I'm gonna share some of that with you. I'll be going over polyurethane steering rack bushings, polyurethane lower control arm bushings, alignment cams and cam tabs, and the upper coil bucket gussets. In this video, I'll be installing the KPOffroad alignment cams and cam tab upgrade kit, and I'll be replacing my 333 Fabrications cam eliminator kit. Not because 333 makes a bad kit. In fact, I've been running that kit for like 3 years with no issues. The reason I'm going with KPOffroad is because I've busted off nearly half of my factory cam tabs. I've reinforced them, I've tried welding my own 1/4-inch plate in their place, but it's time to grind all that away and start fresh. Although I'll be working on the 1st generation Tundra and 1st generation Sequoia platform today, most of this information can be applied to any late model IFS Toyota truck or SUV. Now, why did I get rid of my cam bolts in the first place? Well, I was sick of paying for alignments. Every time I would take my truck off-road, I'd come back with a crooked steering wheel or with a wicked pull on the highway, and I just got tired of it. I also got tired of trying to find somebody that could properly align my highly modified Toyota Sequoia. I did finally find that person. I'll share that information with you just in case you happen to be in my area, but it took going to several shops before I found my guy. If you take your vehicle off-road frequently and you're hard on it and you're sick of paying for alignments, in my opinion, this is the route to go.
If you'd like a better understanding of the concept of alignment on an independent front suspension vehicle, head on over to Accutune's website. They have a really informative 4-part article detailing the entire process, as well as some great computer models illustrating exactly what the cam bolts do when you adjust them. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. So let's take a look at the parts I got for this deal. Came from KPOffroad. These are the cam reinforcement tabs, the octagons for the alignment, 3/4-inch grade 8 bolts that are fine thread and shanked properly, washers and stover nuts, and a couple stickers. So these guys just key in, and then you weld them from the back side and on the actual sides. And then here are the octagons. These are 1/4-inch, and as you can imagine, extreme left, middle right, extreme right. That's how that works. And then we've all seen grade 8 bolts before. Looks like these have been cut, but yeah, they did a good job. If they cut these, they did a good job. Let's take these front wheels off and get into it. Go ahead and get this skid plate off. We'll go through these one by one. That one doesn't seem too bad. I don't like that there's a big gap. It has the potential to move around. This one is the one that I think that's doing all the moving. Big gap right there. You can tell this one's been moving. The bolt head left a mark on the plate right there, and then the plate left a mark on the frame right there. So this one's been rocking back and forth. This one I already had to fix. As you can see, 1/4-inch I welded in there. This one looks like it's been moving around a little bit. This one I had to fix too, because the tab snapped. This one too. Wonder why I didn't paint that. The 2nd gen Tundra diff is holding up excellent. Let's go ahead and get these control arms off. So obviously I've modified my Sequoia's front end quite a bit, but at this point you guys will be removing the 4 lower ball joint bolts. Since these lowers are on polyurethane bushings, I should be able to just push this down at this point. So here are the long travel arms. After about 2 years, not looking too terrible. Now I'm going to remove all 4 fasteners that hold the steering rack to the frame. I don't want to remove the rack completely, I just want to get it out of the way far enough so that I can weld those cam tabs onto the lower control arm pivot points. So here's one of the gussets I did a while back, and then there are the other 2. I think I'm going to do one here just to really strengthen this bracket. I'm gonna leave the rack out for a while because I do need to weld here and here. So I'm actually gonna have to get it way farther away if I can. I'll zip tie it up here to the front sway bar mounts. So I'm just gonna do one of these for the video. I'm not gonna record myself doing all 8, obviously. I think I'll take the big cutting wheel and just try to nip these tabs off and then come back at it with a flap disc to grind it smooth. Look how messed up these are, man. How does this even happen? See the 3 positions? Left, center, right. It's all galled out. I'm gonna remove the CV though, that way I can get a good weld on this guy.
So KP Offroad has a great video of installing these alignment tabs, but they're doing the job on a 5th gen 4Runner. You have to remove a tab that's already there. In this case, you don't have to do that, and so it's a little different. So you put this on, you've got the top area you can weld, bottom area, but then on both sides, it's like these indents full of paint and rust and grease. You really gotta clean this one well, and then you gotta wire brush inside these indents. I especially want welds here. If you hit something head on, the control arm is gonna wanna push back. So you gotta account for the side load that's gonna be on this thing. I'm gonna fill this with weld personally. Up front too, clean this guy out. It takes a little bit of extra time, that's all. All right, so it's time to start placement of these cam tabs. It appears that KP Offroad sells 3D printed plugs that hold the thing in place for tacking it, but I did not know that when I ordered these. So I just thought of an idea that I think is gonna work pretty good. So here are the old bolts. These are the shorter 2. Stick one through, come through the back side. Go through this side with the other one. And this makes it so there's a minuscule amount of back and forth. I would not have thought of this yesterday at the end of the day, so I'm really glad I came in with a fresh brain. So I'm gonna tack this in. That's looking pretty good. Let's weld her in. Won't be winning any awards for the world's most beautiful welds, but you know what? I never had one break. Like I was saying before, I did all around here, and then I just did extra passes to back up these tabs. And then I went all around this Toyota plate too. Everywhere that had that kind of get down, went all the way around it. And anything that had a flap, I filled all this in, all this in. Just spent a little time to clean it up. And now I'm about to paint it.
I also added an extra gusset here to the middle steering rack mount. And just a nice big bead there. And a big bead around the driver's side mount too. Paint's dry, 2 coats. I think they came out really good. I have a full set of brass drifts, but this old Tacoma upper control arm bolt, Michael saved 2 of these one day, and man, are they useful. Bam. All right, so that one's in. This is such crazy tolerances. They did such a good job. There's no wiggle room. I don't know if this was on purpose, but the washer flush with the bottom. Like they planned it. Good job, KPOffroad. Okay, we're going in with the smaller bolt. This one's got to be all the way in. I'm putting this one all the way out. Need to go out as far as I can. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna let me. I wish I didn't have to rock this crazy extreme angle to align my truck properly. I need all the caster I can get, and this is like the only way I've been able to achieve that. Well, both arms are on. I had to use an old bolt here because when I pushed the new bolt through, the threads must have got some aluminum on them from the sleeve. So when I put the nut on, it just seized. And I had to end up cutting off the brand new grade 8 bolt and using one of my old ones, which sucks, but it's on there. Just leaving the alignment shop. Dude, she's going down the road straight. This thing was a real chore to drive here. The alignment was so horrible. Now I got my wheels centered. My wheels are straight. Man, Gary, you're a magician. I don't know how you do it. Just got back from the Rubicon. These cam tabs held together amazing. No issues. Super happy with them. Nothing came out of whack. Everything stayed right where it was supposed to. Alright guys, that about wraps this one up. Since installing this KPOffroad Best Alignment Cam and Cam Tab Upgrade Kit, I can tell you it's been rock solid. I did one trip to Johnson Valley for the weekend, and I did another trip to the Rubicon Trail, where I can proudly say that I made it all the way through this time. Unlike last time where I busted a CV. That's not supposed to look like that. And a transfer case actuator, and had to get towed out by Jeeps. I didn't get much footage from this trip, but I will link a YouTube short that I created off the little bit of footage that we did get. In the next video, I'll be talking about lower control arm bushings, specifically polyurethane lower control arm bushings, so you won't want to miss that. I hope this video helps someone. See you next time. Peace.